Glory, glory, hallelujah. The teacher hit me with a ruler. Today is a lovely, bright, sunny Thursday. What did you reckon to the last video? Bit longer than normal. Comment below. Do you like them longer or shorter? My computer struggles a bit with the longer ones, but yeah, we got one out for you. A thank you to Dave as well. Dave came and helped me last week. He was doing a bit of painting for me. And I nicked him off his job and he ended up helping me being the cameraman. And I love having Dave around. He's one of my oldest mates. I'm going to see if I can't entice him over again. Get him some beer in to come and help me again, because I really enjoyed Dave being around. It's much more fun than being on your own in here. Right. That troublesome corner, that nasty panel that we had all that trouble with last week, is going in today. Whether it likes it or not, we're sticking the bloody thing in because that's holding us up now. Without that in, we can't put the outer panels on. So without further ado, let's get ripped in. How's that looking? Excuse me. There's some big dirty old welds in there, but we're not bothered about that. It's never going to be seen again. And trying to grind them off and make them look nice is a waste of my time, and it'll only take away from the strength anyway. So we'll leave the big old dirty welds in there. I'm happy with that. That's come out all right. That's looking good. The next thing I've got to make is something I don't know how to do. I need to make this panel here, just that little bit there, which looks dead simple, but it's got a radius in it. It's got a bend in it, and I don't really know how to do it. So I think we're gonna have to start by cutting this one out. Let's have a look at the other side. Where is it? It's there, look. Need to make that bit, and it's got a very slight curve to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a think about this. I don't really know. I think we'll cut a bit of metal out and we'll just play with it on the bench a bit. Before I even consider cutting this out, we'll try and make it before we destroy this. Does that make sense? I'm still scratching my head a bit, able to make that curve. I don't know what I call it. It's not a sharp. Can you see me? It's not a sharp curve. It's a round curve. A curve, in fact. What I've got up here in the metal pile is a round bar. I don't know if it's 3mm, 4mm. I can't remember. So I'm going to get a bit of that down and see if that's the same radius as the panel. If it is, I might make some kind of jig to see if I can't. It'll become obvious. I can't explain it very well, but we'll let the video do the talking, shall we? I've cut a piece of that round bar off. Can you see it? Alright then, we're going to try and make some kind of, what do you call it, a form, a jig or something, to try and bend over the bar to make that radius in the metal. So over here I've got a bit of angle iron that I'll weld to the side. Let me make it a bit bigger, hang on. It will weld to this. You can't weld it on the top because it won't form. Well, it doesn't matter why you can't weld it on the top. It'll have to go on the side like that. And then I'm going to try and bend a bit of metal over it. And just see what we come up with. If it looks like we're going in the right direction, then we'll cut a nice piece of metal out and have a go with that. Might need to warm it up a bit, I don't know. Yeah, for all you experienced tin bashers, you'll be laughing at me, but yeah, I don't really know how else to do this, so yeah, well, there we go. What's the worst that can happen? I'm still thinking I might have to make this piece out of two pieces. I think we have to make that bit and then separately make the flange around the bottom. There we go, that bit there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to bend it in 3 axes. I don't know how to do that. Let's keep on experimenting. Okay then, so how are we feeling about that? I think I should have used a bigger piece of metal and then cut it down to size when we were happy with it. That would have been easier to clamp. But now we're going to try and roll it over that bar, you see. If it'll focus for us. Is that any good? So, do we warm it up and try and roll it, or do we just attack it with the hammer? I think we'll warm it up. See how we get on with it. I'm sorry, I forgot to press record while I warmed it up and bent it. But while I was warming it up, I was thinking, I've seen plenty of YouTube videos where panel beaters just set about it with a hammer. They don't warm anything up, do they? So, I think I'm doing that wrong. But we did get a radius on it, although I think it might be a bit too tight. It might need a fatter bar. Yeah, I'll keep playing. I'm not going to rule it out just yet, but could always make another one. It's only scrap metal, this is. I'll keep playing with it and see how we get on. I think that's it. I think that's it. Now we need to make a, now we need to curve it. It's Friday! Yeah! Right, I'm not getting dirty today. I've got things to do, but I've had this on my mind. So, I'm going to have a little experiment, seeing if I can stretch and shrink it. Now, I say experiment because this is quite thick material. This is 1.2 millimeters thick. The panel's supplied a 0.9 mil. So that might be a bit too thick for the stretcher shrinker. And also, I've got quite a wide, do you want to call it a flange? Should I call it a flange? Quite a wide, I can show you, quite a wide flange. And I don't know if that'll stretch or shrink for us. But we're going to have a little experiment anyway. I'm going to get the stretcher out and we're going to have a play to see if we can put that curve in it. Need Howard here for this, don't we? He's your man for the stretching machine. Right, I'm going to need some glasses on. Okay, so I'm literally playing. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be strong enough to do this because you have to really give it some. Mind my elbow. Oh. It's working. We've got a curve. We don't want to go too mad, do we? Oh. It's working. Am I going the right way? Bloody hope so. Wait there. Yeah, I think it's working. Let's not go too mad though. We don't want to. It's done it. We've got a curve. Right. Yes. I don't know if it's the right way. I think it, oh no, I don't think it is. I think it needs to, because it's curved both sides, hasn't it? And it needs to go. Might have gone the wrong way. Bear with me a minute. I've gone the wrong way with it. We needed it to go, that's gone that way. And we needed it to go that way. Bugger. Right, okay, I'll keep playing. Okay. We've got the shrinking tool out this time. Red's a stretcher, green's a shrinker. Green is bloody blue. I think we might have to start again. I don't think we're going to be able to shrink that. We're going to try it anyway. We've got nothing to lose. We'll just give it a quick go. Shrinking seems to be much harder than stretching. Oh. I can't even move it. I think the metal might be a bit too thick for the shrinker. maybe if we tried it with a bit of thinner stuff. Oh, I wasn't so much stuck in the corner there. Don't move. It's done it. It has done it. It's took it the other way. Wowee. Alright, zoom out a bit. There we go. It's just, I've gone too far, look, I've got the gap at the bottom. But that fits lovely down there. It's just the bottom that's a bit out. And that's not too bad down there, look. I think we might be onto something. I might have to remake it. Or shall I just keep on bashing around with this for a little bit? I'm going to keep bashing around for a bit. If we get something like, that'll do the job. Bear with me. What do we reckon to that? I reckon we might be onto something here. Definitely got that curve in it, look. Might not be obvious on camera because of the shadows in here. Let's try a different way. Can you see the curve in it? Oh. Hello there, pot pickers. It's Sunday afternoon and I've had a couple of days off. It's just been quite nice doing something else for a change. But you know what I'm like, I can't stay away from it too long. I've been enjoying myself so far. We're still on this pesky corner, but I've got a bit of a plan. So today we're going to try and get that new piece in. Can't guarantee it, but I've got a plan of how we're going to get there. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. I've got an order of events now. This bit needs to come out, but we can't take it out because we need it as a reference for this. So I'm going to get this to the point where I can tack it, but easily remove it again. And then when we've done that, we can remove the reference then, that can come out. But this will still be in and we can use this panel as the reference for the new piece. Oh yeah, oh, you're all on the same page. I know it sounds complex, but you need something to line it all up to. And if I cut it all out, I won't know where the bottom of the panel is or anything, you see. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to just get that tacked in. Yep, something like that. So we're going to get the grinder out and away we go. Right, so let's just get it lined up. So it's going to be about there. And about there. We'll put a line around the top. And we'll know to leave the line in. So anything up to that line, we'll take out. It's only a fraction, a little bit in the middle. I don't think we'll need to cut that, we can do it with a linishing disc. Right, let's see if this fits now. That's going to work out really well. The first thing I need to do is put the return lip on the bottom of that. So I'll do that next. Okay, so we're just going to need to fill that gap up now. So I'll find a bit of scrap and we'll just tack a bit in there. And that'll be okay for that bit. That's going to be hot. Okay. That's it, kiddo. I found that using magnets and the MIG, they don't like each other. It's like you're welding without the gas turned on. I don't know why. You'll probably know. If you know why magnets and welding don't like each other, then please leave a comment below. I'll get a clamp instead. Get my mask. That'll be fine. Yeah, happy with that. All right, to the back cave. Right. A good engineer would have some stuff called engineer's blue now, but I ain't got any. But I've got a blue marker pen. Doesn't really matter what colour marker pen you've got, but you'll see what I'm up to in a minute. Right. Get a scribe. Bit more, as that's rising up, that was flat, so it's catching the corner, so I'm just behind you. I'm bashing that in the vise. There we go. Now we're talking. Right, we're good. So, what we're going to do now is follow that line the best we can. And I reckon, I don't know if I'm in your way or not. I reckon that's it. So the reason we use the blue is so you can see the mark with the scribe. I'm going to cut that straight off there and weld the bogger in. Okay, let's get it cleaned up. That's come on really quite well. I think it might just need a bit of a tweak in, but I'm not so worried about that just yet. Out of curiosity, just out of curiosity, this panel's long at the back. Yowzers. But we'll make that fit. That's pretty good, is that? Give me a scribe, somebody. Right, I'm going to creep up on that line. We're not going to use that. We'll use ours instead now. Okay, I'll pause you for a bit because I'm only going to cut that, save looking about. think we've got it. It's only placed in, it's not placed very well either, but I think we've got it. We're going to need a slightly wider gap all the way around it to weld it. But I can't weld it in yet because once it's in I can't get behind it again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around the back with a seam sealer, down all the seams and all the rest of it. And get a bit of painting behind it as well, because once it's in we'll never see this again. So we're all right for time as well. Yeah, it's only 2:30, so we're doing all right. We're doing good. Let's get some sealer in it and we'll get some paint in it. Right, seam sealed it. Didn't paint this panel before I welded it in, so I managed to get a bit of painting behind it. Once this is in, we're never going to see it again, so I've got an old bit of Scotch-Brite. Just going to rough it up. We're going to put a bit of zinc paint on the inside of it, and then sooner or later I'll wax oil all the cavities. Something like wax oil anyway. So I'm going to paint this up, offer it up, and if I'm feeling funky, I'm going to stick it in. And I think, I'm not going to call the video just yet, but we are spending a lot of time. I've said it before, I don't want you getting bored of it. You know, I want you to keep on watching. Ooh. I am ahead of videos now. And last time I looked, I first started asking you about subscribing when we had 320 subscribers. I think we've got 370 odd now. So thank you very, very much for that. I'm really, really pleased with that. Yeah, let's get a bit of paint on that then, shall we? It'll do for me, that will. It's not perfect. We'll need a bit of filler in it. There's a couple of low spots there, but I think it's had a bit of a crunch in the corner. It's got one there as well. But we'll get that with the filler. But that's come out tickety-boo, that has. It's a bit proud here. But I'll get that. I'll get that to go back in again. Probably not obvious on the video, but comparing it to the other side, it's just a hint proud. But I'll get that back. Right. The next bit's going to be putting the big bit in, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze it into this video. But it's the same sort of story, isn't it? We still need to close it. which isn't going to be a huge problem, but we just need it in the right place before we close it. So that ain't a bad job for a Sunday afternoon. I'm quite pleased with that. That'll be all right, that will. Yeah, this is going to get you into episode 17, isn't it, for this corner? I think we started this corner in episode 12. Might have been 11, I can't remember. It's a few videos ago now, isn't it? But we're creeping up on it. We're doing all right, aren't we? Definitely better than it was. Right, and I'm going to go. I'm going to tidy up. I'm going to have a tin of lager. What can I tell you? There's a Facebook link below if you want to go and have a look on that. I'm usually about 2 weeks ahead of the videos at the moment, so you can go and see where we are with that. Give us a subscribe, that'd be brilliant. A like and a subscribe seems to go a long way with this sort of stuff. And we'll see thee in the next one. Have a fabulous time and I'll see you soon.